Welcome to the Brandy and Stella show. Thank you for joining us once again.
Another freaking week went by.
Indeed. All right, enough of that one.
So how's it going? What's going on? Fast week again.
Yeah, time seems to go faster and faster. 9:21.
9:21.
To Beatriz Suarez. Hallelujah. My dead mom's birthday was September 21st. So whenever we see 9:21, which we see quite often, because 9:21 in the morning is pretty easy to be around and see the clock.
And so
And
is 9:21
9:21
at night.
So I always feel her dropping in and saying hello. And right when we started, there she was, 9:21.
Yes.
If you were born at 3:31 in the evening, in the morning, which I was, then that's kind of difficult. Although 3:31 in the afternoon is okay. Not because you're busy with stuff.
It's not as easy.
No. 9:21 is like, or any time in the 9 between 10 period, maybe even 8 and 9 period. But anyway, that's
what that was about.
Yeah, I feel like she pops in that way. And it's probably just in my imagination because she's back into the pool of nothingness and has nothing to do with anything here.
Everything's in our imagination anyway.
Absolutely.
So, whatever.
So we create our reality. Or our idea of reality. Or our perception of reality.
Perception.
That's what we create.
Perception is the,
Because, things are just happening, right, Levi? How you doing, Levi?
Yeah, you doing all right, Levi?
Levi suggested that we need a little bit of freshening up, a little bit of more positive vibes. So he brought in that background today. Good vibes
thanks,
only.
Levi.
And
good vibes only, baby.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that to our attention because you've had a pretty tough life and you're still, that's your motto, good vibes only, and you never wipe that smile off your face. So thank you for showing that to us. And just so you all know, that happens to be Stella's cup of water. Yep. When I first met Stella, I thought, oh my gosh, she's one of those people that carries around one of those things filled with soda and drinks fills it up 3 times a day.
Nope.
And then I got to know her and I'm like, oh, you got water in there. That's great.
That's all that's ever in that cup is water. Yep.
Sure. Are you sure there's no Stella in it? No, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
So good for you, Stella.
All right. Yeah, good for me. Drinking my water.
Mm-hmm. And really, if you're going to drink water in a giant vessel, that's why not that. Look at that. Like, that's all you're drinking in your body is good vibes only.
Yeah.
Same with the beer and same with the tequila.
Same with the tequila.
That's what we do. We drink in good vibes and puke out bad ones. No more puking for a while, I hope. Ever again, I hope.
No, none of that.
Tell us.
Tell us what?
Stella had an exciting adventure this week. Totally unexpected and out of the blue. But she got to have an awesome experience that I'm so jealous that I didn't have. But I lived it vicariously through...
Yeah. Through my phone call.
Yeah.
That was... Ended up at the hospital Monday. And they hooked me up to morphine for the first time in my life. And that was good. That was good. The morphine was good. Definitely got really high, as when I called Brandy and just said, "Hi, I'm really high on morphine."
Can you bring my truck to my house?
And then I think I said that. I don't know. Yeah. All I remember is, "Hi, I'm really high on morphine."
A functional phone call.
It was functional.
She had a plan with it. She needed her truck and she couldn't drive because she was high on morphine. But before she got to that point, she had to share of how good she felt and how high she was. And I'm like, all right, what the fuck's going on? What the hell are you doing on morphine? And can you get me some?
Yeah. Let me tell you, it was, I don't know, when it hit, it just like went into the body, my arms first, just this beautiful, warm feeling. And then it just hit the whole body. And then nothing mattered. Once it hit, nothing mattered. Everything felt great. I felt great. No more pain. God, it was good. And it lasted a long time.
Yeah.
I think probably at least 4 hours.
That's getting your money's worth.
Yeah, yeah.
And in case you're worried, she's fine. And
Yes.
it was all like, it's one of those things that happen and everything's okay. But it allowed her to experience
morphine for the first time.
And other things that were part of that whole story, which...
and I totally see why people get addicted to it. Yeah. I can totally understand that, because it was... Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very happy, pleasant high, for sure.
I chose to give birth naturally, so I didn't get the epidural or whatever. I was having it at a birth center in the Netherlands. Anyway, I had a stupid freaking selfish midwife who was like, "Oh my God, first child is taking too long," so she chauffeured me off to, no, didn't even chauffeur me. So you have to go to the hospital. Blah, blah. So I ended up having to give birth at the hospital, which was fine. But at that point, I was in so much pain. I was probably in labor for from 5 in the morning, and he was born just after midnight.
Okay.
So but when I was there, I was like, all right, I take this back. I don't want to do it naturally. Give me it. And they're like, sorry, too late. So what they could do is give me this intravenous oxytocin. So in between contractions, I could pump myself up with this. But I could. So it was amazing because when I was in the contraction and that pain, I was like, I don't fucking care if I die. I don't care if my baby dies. I just want it out, and I want this to end. Contraction over, oxytocin. You have such pretty hair. Do you have any kids? How many kids do you have? And then slowly it would be like, I don't talk to me. Fuck, I want this to end. And then something else, I don't know if you had this experience giving birth. You hear all kinds of things about giving birth, like it's painful, it's dangerous, blah, 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 whatever, blah, blah, blah. But nobody ever told me that it feels like you got a fucking watermelon that's been heated so it's burning coming out of your asshole! Yeah. Nobody ever told me about your asshole suffers during birth.
About me, no. I didn't get that warning either, and I didn't have the push button oxy whatever. Straight natural, but I kind of felt the same way. Just get it out. Just get it out. I want it out. I want it out.
Did you feel a giant burning watermelon coming out of your ass, or was it not that significant for you?
Well, I felt.
I mean, as far as the ass feeling.
I felt there was no difference. All of it was just one thing, and yes, burning, pain, get it out. I felt like entirely ripped. It was just.
Because
But then you have the baby, and it's great.
No, that was not my experience.
It was great.
I was like, okay, now what? I mean, it's great that you did that and you didn't die and you didn't kill the baby.
Right.
But still, it was like, oh God, now what? Now it's let me just put it a little in perspective. I was with my husband for, what is it? What's 23 minus 9? 23 minus
You're
9.
doing good math again.
13 minus
We're gonna
9
see.
is 20 is shit. I so weird. I have this blankness. 23 minus 9, 10 would 10 would be 13.
Yep.
But it was not 10, so it's
9.
12.
No, it's 14. The
No.
other.
Ah, you also don't know.
It's 14.
23 minus 9 is 14.
Yes.
Oh, okay, you do know.
Stella knows. Just accept.
It
Stella
was
knows.
my husband and I for 14 years, just us, not having to care or responsibility in the world, just doing what we do, partying, not partying, whatever. And all of a sudden, like, now we're responsible for this organism that just needs and needs and
That
needs
just
and needs
came out
and
of your
sucks
asshole.
your fucking wanted to. It made me feel like I'd rather be dead. And then there it is, and it's like this whole thing, like once it's there, and the nurses were telling me when I was like in this in between the oxytocin and the contraction part, oh, you know, because I was like, how can people do this more than once? You know, like the first time you don't know what you're doing, the second time you know what you're getting into. Oh, don't worry, in a few months you'll forget and you can't wait to have your next one. Well, that's never happened. But
Oh, hello.
seriously, seriously.
Hey, jeez, buddy.
It was like everything they tell you is just like fucking Fox News. It's just like hyped up and bullshit. You know, maybe it's like that for some. Maybe I just had this thing like I am every waking moment and even non-waking moment, I am at the service of this life-sucking organism that gives nothing back in return except pain, suffering, and regret. Oh, something's wrong with you because that's not what being a mother should feel like. Fuck you. Goddamn motherfuckers.
God.
Don't fucking lie to us, all right?
Cheers to motherhood.
Cheers to But he's now been in our lives for 9 years. I would not take it back, except the whole birth experience. If I could like knock myself out of that, I would do that. But and I can't imagine my life without him. I can't even really remember my life before him. But that's great. But it took about, honestly, it took about 6 to 8 months to a year before I'm like, okay, I think I kind of like you.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it because that's what I'm built to do. I'm feeding you, and my breast is all yours, and I have no sex life. I feel like a fucking bag of...
It's really overwhelming.
It is.
I mean, it really is.
Especially when you're like living this gorgeous life with your love of your life for 14 years, doing whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want, and all of a sudden...
And now, boom.
And it's not only like... Now we're like at the mercy and at service to this little fucking noise-making pooping machine, but the family is involved and like, wow, they're, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden there's judgment, like what kind of parents are they, and how are they reacting to this, and why? Oh my God, and it's like, oh my God, like we could do before that, we could do what we want, and people might have their ideas about it, but they don't get involved.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now there's a kid involved, and it's like, we're watching you. If you mess up, we're coming in, you know? And it's like,
yep.
oh, that was insane. And honestly, we had one, and I had him when he was when I was 38. So that's probably why I didn't have any more. And also, he was so intense and high maintenance that I was like, how can people do this again? But I've been around other babies and other children, and I'm like, okay, if that was my first one, I'd probably have like 4 more. You know, because
and see, I had mine when I was 28, and
it's a good age.
Didn't want any more.
No, yeah, I had that experience. I used my body what it was built for, you know,
and now I don't want to have any more.
I don't need to do that again.
And no regrets about that at all.
Yeah.
But when I look back on the actual giving birth, what I remember is extreme discomfort. Really.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful, and I think everybody should see somebody give birth because it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I wouldn't say it's beautiful. I just think it's beautiful. But it's disgusting.
It's
like,
it's disgusting, but it's beautiful.
Body fluids and and vaginas opening up like this. It's all disgusting, I think. But it is a powerful thing to witness because
is.
it is as close as you'll get to what fucking pure life is.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else involved except this stuff doing what it does with nobody's involvement. I mean, sure, the doctor could be there, but really the truth is like there's this life force coming through
Shooting
the
out
mom
of you.
and then through the baby, and things are just happening. And what the woman's body does and what happens when that baby's out of the womb, it's insane.
It's insane. It's amazing, but it is not pleasant, really, for the mom, especially.
I think it was like...
And it's exhausting.
Yeah. And when you're in the moment of that, I'm sure there's other things in life that can give you that experience where you just want to die. I mean, people with serious depression or like their life's a mess, whatever, that you're like the only thing. But to be in that moment of like, you are so not in control of your body anymore, yet you are in the sense that you have to push it out.
You're being told you have to push.
Even though you have no desire to push. You're like, just fucking kill me right now and I'll be fine, you know? And then you're giving life to another human being. It's insane. But I remember never in my life, and I've been deep down and deep highs, whatever, like really getting to the point of so much pain and so much exhaustion that I'm like, I don't care if I die, I don't care if my baby dies, I don't care if we both die, just make it end. And whatever your mind is saying about that, it has nothing to do with what's happening.
Right,
it's like you're still doing it, you're still pushing even though you wish you were dead.
Yeah.
And so that is a very
Morphine would have made giving birth way better.
Mothers deserve morphine. There we go.
Yes. Oh, then it would have just said, all right, tell me to push, whatever, I'm a pushing.
Mothers
and you'd have been
morphine.
laughing and everything was great. Oh,
seriously.
God.
Why don't they offer that? You know,
I don't know, but you gotta try it. It was...
I gotta try it.
It was the best high of my entire life.
How can you get morphine if you're not, like...
have a prescription for it? I have no clue.
Do they give prescriptions for morphine?
Yeah, because you can get it in pill form, injection form, suppository form.
Stella, you gotta do a big act.
I gotta go back and get
to the
more?
Hospital. They gave her like some ibuprofen and tramadol, whatever, for the
pain.
You gotta go back and just. I'll go with you. I'll help you. You just gotta do an act and like. Can you write her a prescription for morphine?
For the morphine.
And then we'll take morphine and film the next Brandy and Stella show.
Oh, because I'm telling you, it was.
When you say that, you look like you're on it. It like sets you back to.
I know. I am not kidding. This was the best. Oh God, the best. Okay. Aside from the fact that it got me out of the pain, which was great, it was just the most pleasant, wonderful. Talk about being in the moment. Mm-hmm. Because when you're on the morphine, the moment is all that exists.
Well, same for giving birth.
Yeah, but the morphine felt good though. There
That's
wasn't
why
any pain.
Morphine while giving birth just seems to fit
great.
fantastic. I'm not really sure how the whole shit works with the epidural because they stick the needle in your spine and then your whole lower body is numb, but you're still able to push, right?
Well, yeah, but I think, and I don't know because I didn't have it, but I think that they have to tell you when to push.
Well, they're still telling you anyway, even if you don't have the needle. So instead of that needle, like, because you would think, like, if the needle just give us some morphine and tell us when to push.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll make tons of babies from this work.
No shit. Wouldn't have any problem with population then. Oh, the most pleasant, wonderful high ever. Not that I've tried a lot of things, but...
It's very... This is a nice high, but if too much of it, there's... Well, even before the hangover phase that hurts real bad, there's the getting to the point where you start getting dizzy and sleepy and you can't really do much.
And see, that was it. I didn't feel dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I stood up, I was sitting in the bed, and if I stood up, then I kind of felt the world spinning and was like, oh, okay, I'm going to sit back down. But I didn't have that dizzy, that dizzy feeling. that you have.
Right.
It was just such a pleasant, warm. I don't even know how to describe it. If anybody out there who's been on morphine, help me describe it, because
Send your comments about
stories,
that. And if you
'cause-
have any connections to get morphine, please send those as well.
because it was
I mean,
it was just
cocaine, morphine. We're asking for those connections.
yeah. Well, okay, cocaine, morphine,
Cocaine, morphine.
morphine. Yeah.
So, did you have a morphine hangover?
No, nothing. It hit pretty quick. I mean, it probably then they told me it would. Within 5 minutes, I was feeling and then it was like, and it lasted probably 4 hours or so, and the coming down was very gentle, as well. It was none of the stuff with this and the hangovers and the whatever. There was none of this kind of the highs and lows and this is great, but then you got to go through this. It was just
Sounds
smooth,
great. Sounds
beautiful.
really great.
Yeah, I totally know why people get hooked on it. I can totally see that.
Well, yeah, and that's I've
The
heard.
crux of it, yeah.
That's the stories I've heard is like it's all kind of sad and stuff, but like young people who are like doing great in life, they get some like lung disease or something and they have to go in the hospital for 3 months. They are pumped with drugs such as morphine and all of that, and then they're done, and then they're set out into the world, and they still need these prescriptions for these drugs because they've been on them for like last few months, and their body has adjusted to that, and then you hear stories of doctors who are like overprescribing or just like making a little extra money on the side, and then they get busted in jail, and then like their patients who went in there like super fresh and clean with a problem, and they came out full addicts, and then their doctors in jail because they've been overprescribing, and so they don't have any way to get that, so they turn to heroin or they turn to other street alternatives. And eventually that doesn't really normally work out too well because that becomes a bigger addiction and everything.
Yeah.
So, I think I've tried every drug that I've been curious. No, I'm lying. I've tried every drug that I've been really curious about. There's a couple that I'm kind of curious about that if I never try, I don't care. There's one that I've been really curious about, but I haven't tried just because of the stigma that comes with it, and that's heroin.
Yeah.
Because of I don't have an addictive personality, and I'm not worried about that, but just like, first of all, I could never shoot it up. Maybe I could smoke it, whatever. But I feel like morphine is like the alternative.
Yeah.
Like just to have that experience. Not that you're like, we're at a place in our lives that we're not like, oh, now let's get addicted to morphine, and then we can't have morphine, we're gonna get addicted to heroin. If that happens, then our shows might be a little different or non-existent.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, and I don't want to like end up in the hospital and have to try it that way because if something's terrible that happens. But
no, I wouldn't have chosen that. That's for sure. The route that I got there.
Try it,
But it was an experience all around the whole thing. So.
Cool. Well, that's that.
Yeah. Ready for a book?
Ready for a book. And I feel like we have to like drop the intel, but and I know I did this. This doesn't have to be the book, but I just felt like I'm feeling the Bukowski vibes, and I just wanted him close, and I feel like I just gotta tap into Bukowski.
Okay.
But
go with the flow.
Brandy and Stella have a plan of branching out into some very interesting things, and one of them, I mean, we've talked about making a vampire movie and the calendar and all that, and that the calendar might happen.
We've talked about a lot of things.
But this is something that we're both really excited about, and it is very feasible for us to make happen. So we don't have the right wording for it, and wording doesn't mean shit yet. It's everything. But just for starters, any of you out there watching, you can message us privately or post it on our whatever social media is out there. The next show, we would like to address any questions you have. Like, let's pretend that Brandy and Stella are the ultimate life counselors. Like, and again, that's words.
Bad wording, but
like, we're here. You've gotten to know us over all this time, and if you've just met us, you get a sense for who we are.
Yep.
So ask questions about anything and everything, and we would love to address it in our way, in our truth, and maybe that brings you some joy, some morphine-like experiences, or awareness, or So we'll just start with that, and as this is part of our reality expands, you'll learn more.
we'll let you know as we learn more.
Let's start with that. Like, any questions, and I know if you want to post them straight out, like what kind of toilet paper to use, or like how do you deal with the infinite boredom of existence? I mean, anything in between and beyond and below. Talk to us. We're here to address it all, and that would really toot our horns.
Yeah.
It would really make us happy to be able to talk about this kind of stuff with you guys joining us in that.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, and we'll keep you posted as we figure out
And remember, good vibes only.
what, and same with the live show. We'll keep you posted on that too.
Live show's coming up real soon. We couldn't do it this weekend because people who want to be part of it are not around, but next time it will be there. So this could be the last thing we do, but if you don't feel comfortable, or you want more, you can have more.
Okay, whatever.
Let's just,
okay. Stop.
All right, Charles Bukowski is, everybody needs a mentor in life. I think he's been my mentor. Wonderful artist. I can't even do it. I can't even talk about how amazing this man is. Stella got to see him live, and I just found that out like 2 days ago, and I'm super jealous because he's dead now, so I'll never get to see him live. I've seen him on YouTube, but he's got one.
But I saw him live.
Charles Bukowski helped me through many significant parts of my life. So this one that we stopped on is called Long Shot. She's not for you, man. She's not your type. She's erased. She's been used. She's got all the wrong habits, he told me in between races. I'm going to bet the 4-horse, I told him. Well, it's only that I'd like to turn her around in midstream, save her, you might say. You can't save her, he says. You're 55. You need kidneys.
You need kindness.
That makes sense.
Kidneys, kindness, whatever. Oh, you just changed the page. Well, now Brandy's just going to whatever.
All right, this feels more like the vibe. It's not that was bad. That was good. And honestly, that makes sense. You're 55. You need kidneys. You can't change her. Like, you got too much to worry about, which is more like what happens in real life. Than, you need kindness, man. Like, first learn that, and then you could change it. And I'm like, dude, take care of your fucking kidneys. Seriously. Okay, so this just seems more in the vibe that I'm in right now. Nothing personal against any. This is Love is a Dog from Hell. What a great title. Alone with everybody. The flesh covers the bone, and they put a mind in there, and sometimes a soul. I'm trying to be Bukowski,
Yep.
And the women break vases against the walls, and the men drink too much, and nobody finds the one, but they keep looking, crawling in and out of beds. Flesh covers the bone, and the flesh searches for more than the flesh. There's no chance at all. We're all trapped by a singular fate. Nobody ever finds the one. The city dumps fill, the junkyards fill, the madhouses fill, the hospitals fill, the graveyards fill. Nothing else fills.
Oh, that one's way better.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice and dark,
that
nice and real.
That was a great one.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, wait here. That was a great one. Yeah.
Bukowski's got some great stuff. gosh.
That was a really good one.
He's got these sayings that are probably from his poems that have been like extracted and put on, like people post it on Facebook or something, but like stuff about like death, you know, and I used to have one on my Facebook that was like my background cover about like there's no escaping it. You just want it when it comes that it shrivels in fear to take you. Something like that. Anyway, I'm blah blah blah.
No,
But
okay.
I got more tequila to fill up
All
because
right.
Stella is lagging. What are you doing? You finding another one or are you ending it?
Nope, I think I'm ending it because that one to me was perfect.
All right.
Yeah, that was perfect.
And
Good,
don't
good,
forget, you're all gonna die. So live your moment like it's the last because it very well could be, and nothing else
It's
matters.
all about the moments. The moments. Take the book.
Hallelujah. All right. Well, this was fun. Thank you
All
for
right,
joining
thank
us.
you for joining us. We'll
Please
keep
send
you
us your
posted.
questions if
Questions
you have any.
about life, issues, whatever.
Love, body,
Whatever.
minds,
Yeah, send it. We'll address it
work.
at some point and go from there. What are you ringing, dinging about?
Oh, get out of here. Sorry.
Poor Levi, man. But he loves us.
That's why he comes, because he knows something's gonna happen that is gonna make him feel
Feel
something.
Yeah, all right.
Cheers!
Cheers to that. See you
Thanks.
next week. Yeah. Bye-bye.